Hello everyone, this is Terry Short, and in honor of Black History Month, we wanted to see if about discussing the question that often comes up about the black community, stating what is wrong with black people, or what is wrong in the black community. Why can't they ever just work together? So, I'm noticing that in our daily dealings with other groups of people, we work with everyone and they all seem to get along so well. Whether it's whites, Asians, Hispanics, Jews, whomever, they all seem to be working on the side of one another and creating positive communities. So regardless if it's an economic decision that needs to be made, everybody seems to work together. I've worked with a lot of different people and they seem to all get along. I ain't gonna say rarely, I've been in sales over 20 years and I have yet to ever hear of guys speaking ill or poorly or badly about. I'm sure they have negative dealings with each other amongst themselves from time to time, but I don't ever hear about anybody putting their groups down. I don't hear about Hispanics putting other Hispanics down, Jewish people putting other Jewish people down, white people putting other white people down, or Hispanic. None of that stuff. Any of the other groups, where blacks put each other down so readily, it's just incredible to hear. So, like I was saying, in honor of Black History Month, I kind of wanted to see if there was an answer to this problem and why we treat each other the way we do. It's coming from two sources, right? The book Breaking the Curse of Willie Lynch, and I wanted to read the speech of Willie Lynch that I had printed out. So, this speech is old, and some people say it's fake, it's not real, this is fake news, and I guess it wasn't really authentic if someone made it up. I'm not sure, but it seems to touch on a lot of problems that seem to keep, or I guess, regenerating itself in the black community and why we treat each other so poorly. So what I want to do is take a read. I'm going to read the speech, and if you guys think I'm wrong or whatever, I certainly want to encourage you to comment on this video. Let me know where you think I'm wrong, what's wrong with this speech, if you have an answer, because I certainly don't have an answer. Of course, I consider myself a lifelong learner. That's why I'm always trying to go out, read books, read speeches, listen to audio books, or whatever I can get my hands on, because I really would like to solve the issue of the why we treat each other so poorly. Because I want us to continue to treat each other with respect and in a positive manner. So this has come from an article. We just said, what's your opinion of this article? And that's what I was saying. Please give me your opinion of what you think this speech, is it true or not? Okay, it starts like this. The speech was said to have been delivered by Willie Lynch on the bank of the James River in the colony of Virginia in 1712. Lynch was a British slave owner in the West Indies. He was invited to the colony of Virginia in 1712 to teach his methods to slave owners there. And the letter starts by saying, "Greetings, gentlemen. I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord 1712. First, I thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still the oldest methods for the control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named for our illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its highways in great numbers, you are here using a tree and a rope on occasion. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple of miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hanging, you are having uprising, slaves are running away, your crops are sometimes left in the field too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires and your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but it's only there because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantations, status on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slave lives in a valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is short or tall. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of actions. But before that, I assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have white servants and overseers who distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. It says, thank you, gentlemen. Now, I'm just wondering, just looking at the condition of our communities and the way we don't mind, I guess, killing each other, putting each other down, treating each other poorly. I'm wondering, is there anything to this speech of Willie Lynch? I mean, reading in the book, it points out a lot of, I guess, actions and reasons and the way these things go out. It makes the letter seem like it could be true. But a lot of times, I guess if you convince something is not true, that's even better than if it was true. So, I mean, I would love to get an opinion of this. And like I said, normally, the only thing I can say is I can admire all these other groups of people and how they treat each other. And just wondering if there's an answer for us as black people. Is there an answer to stop with all the foolishness? Stop with expecting your black brothers and sisters to be perfect when no one else has to be perfect. That's something I don't understand, is where we would continually go out and shop and spend money with people when they can treat you any kind of way. But in our own community, one shot, you make any mistake, how many times we heard that? I know I should have never done business with that black person. So you only get, and it's, I mean, I don't even want to laugh, but sometimes it's hilarious to see how we treat each other. I don't believe in using skin color, race, or anything like that for an excuse. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be a business person. I wouldn't be an entrepreneur. I've been at this for years. I've been in sales for many years, and I've seen it time and time again. But I'm hoping that this can start in this Black History Month on the year 2019, that we can start some type of dialogue and at least remind each other that maybe there was something to this letter. Maybe that's why you're so angry when a black person try to do business with you or try to do anything to help you or something. And why you distrust what that person would try to tell you if you're trying to help you. So I'm just going to leave it there, but I'm looking for comments. I'm hoping people would like this, share it, comment on it. I want to know if I'm headed in the right direction, or if I'm in the wrong direction. Like I said, I consider myself a lifelong learner, and I'm always wanting to gain something new from it. So if it creates a discussion and let's talk about it, let's talk about it. If you think I'm just an idiot, hey, say that too. I want to know. So whatever you can come up with, let me know. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. Until the next time, next video, y'all take care.